The anniversary of 9/11 always makes me think about how we abandoned the immigrants who were impacted by this tragedy. America betrayed those who were killed in the attack and those who risked everything afterward. Here's why. Among the nearly 3,000 people who were killed on 9/11, at least 67 were undocumented immigrants who worked at the World Trade Center, but their names are not etched into any memorials and their deaths are not counted in any official numbers.
Antonio le consiguió ahí en las Torres Gemelas, estuvo trabajando de noche y después en la mañana. Creo que era cocinero. Sí.
Back home, their families have told us stories about how they waited to hear from their loved ones, waiting by the phone for years for a call that never came. In a documentary, one widow, desperate for any explanation, said that she would rather believe that her husband didn't love her anymore than to think about his painful death and how he never got a proper burial.
Lo que sucede en el ataque los invisibiliza mucho más porque toda la gente que no tenía forma de comprobar que estaba trabajando ahí ni siquiera forma parte de las estadísticas. Están completamente invisibilizados y no sabemos cuántas personas haya que no están siendo reportadas porque tienen miedo a salir y decir, bueno, yo perdí a esta persona, porque tienen miedo de las agencias federales.
And then after the attacks, it was immigrant workers who formed the backbone of cleanup crews at Ground Zero. At least 6,000 immigrants participated in this work. Many of them were undocumented. These workers were the last to leave the site. They spent months inhaling dangerous toxins and risking their health. For their labor, these workers faced deportation, not gratitude, as soon as their jobs were finished. Many of them were deported, and some stayed in the US and flew under the radar until Donald Trump came into office. Like Carlos Cardona, a Colombian man who had been in the United States since the 1970s and felt that it was his duty to help at Ground Zero after 9/11. 2017, after Trump took office, he was arrested by ICE agents and threatened to be deported over a non-violent drug offense from 1990, despite the fact that he had risked his life to help at Ground Zero. Up to 2,000 undocumented immigrants participated in recovery efforts at Ground Zero. Most of them never received any compensation from the funds that were set aside for first responders, even though they have dealt with lifelong illnesses because of the exposure to asbestos at Ground Zero. Unlike others who were exposed during the cleanup, these undocumented workers never got any assistance from the federal government. Their medical needs went completely unrecognized. America has a selective memory when it comes to immigrants. It doesn't matter how many tragedies we clean up, how many fires we put out, how many wars we fight in. When the dust settles, immigrants are still the problem. The invisible victims of 9/11 and those who sacrificed everything to heal the city afterward deserve to be remembered. When we say never forget, think of them too.